Hello, Ternivo Lyceum, and hello, world. I'm your host, Alva. Today, we are going to be drawing a card from the Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And this reading is for the 14th, 15th, and 16th of February 2022. So we have a few things going on this week. Of course, the 14th here is Valentine's Day. A very, well, Valentine's Day, originally a Catholic feast day that has been commercialized just out of all meaning into something, well, you all know. If you're an American, you turn on TV or walk into a store, you kind of know what's going on as far as Valentine's Day goes. But I would encourage, because I always encourage people to know the origin of things or know where things come from. History Channel, I think, has a really good article, video on the origins of Valentine's Day. Saint Valentine's Day, let me be more accurate. So I'd encourage everybody, just, especially if you're feeling down about it, but even if you're not, just educate yourself about this particular holiday and its origins. I mean, we've gone a long way from beheading to flowers and candy. So just go check into that. The 16th, we have a full moon in Leo. So all of our intentions that we set during the new moon in Aquarius, we need to let that go, let that flow. I always recommend that you write your intentions down and then you go burn them and just release that to the universe. Some people like to bury theirs, or they like to drown it, put it in water until it's completely dissolved. Whatever works for you, but make sure you kind of review your intentions and just release that energy. Okay, that's Wednesday, early morning, so like 11 o'clock or so. Actually, a little bit closer to 12, a little bit closer to noon Eastern Standard Time. So let that go and let it flow. So before we get started on our actual card reading, let's take a nice deep cleansing breath in. All right. So here's our card deck. We have I'm assuming that is a fairy wand of some kind. Pretty gilded edges. I'm gonna be honest about this deck. Sometimes I get really clear messages from it, and sometimes I'm kind of like, I don't know what that means. So we're gonna see what it tells us today. And one more. Yep, that one. Let's come out. Alright, let's see what we have here. And if it makes sense. I kind of want it to work a little bit with fairy energy because the sun is in Aquarius and is an air sign. And I do think of fairies as spirits of the air, winged beings that I think align more with the air energy. I know angels have wings too, but I don't really associate them so much with air signs. I don't know why, but what we have here, folks, I think is what I've been calling a domino reading, where you do the one thing and then the next thing opens up and then the next thing opens up. So our first card is Spring. Okay, so it says your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So we've been doing a lot of healing work here lately. We've been doing a lot of releasing, a lot of purging, just moving things out to make room for new things. So I feel like this is sort of telling us, and spring is almost here. I know it's February right now. We're like, it's so far away. It's not. Here in about a month or so, where it's going to be rain and sun and warmer temperatures, probably a lot quicker than what we expected, but it's coming. So this is kind of saying that you're going to see more of the, I guess, fruits of your labor come spring. This can also be, once the spring comes, that you start doing springtime chores. Okay, whether that's spring cleaning your house, can be beneficial. Planting flowers, if you keep a vegetable garden, anything where you're out sort of touching the earth, tilling the ground, out in nature, cleaning, cleansing, opening things up, letting things air out. And I think that's sort of like, again, what we've been working on, the final release of our winter's work, of our interior work, and now we're going to start to see more manifesting of what we've been working on. Okay? So springtime, folks, just a little bit further to go. All right. And then, once we get there, it says, ask for what you want. That sounds very straightforward, doesn't it? It's not. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Now, there are a lot of reasons that folks don't ask for what they want. They want to appear a certain way. Okay, this is probably most common. They want to appear a certain way. They don't need anybody. They don't need anybody's help. They've got it all figured out and they can do it all by themselves. Okay, that's great. If you can, that's great. Humans are social animals, though, so we're not meant to be doing it all by ourselves all the time. And if you really think about it, we don't do everything by ourselves anyway. We're reliant on other people. We may not be reliant on them in a very direct... Excuse me, let me grab a drink of water here. The air is still very dry. But that's going to change soon, right? Spring. Think about all the things that go into making your life work. You go into a grocery store. There's stuff on the shelf for you to pick up and take to the cashier. Well, someone had to grow the food that you have bought. Someone had to can it or freeze it or wrap it up, and then someone has to ship it, then someone has to take it out, someone has to put it on the shelves, it's inspected, someone has to check you out of the grocery store. Usually you can do self-checkout, but you're not getting paid by the store to do the self-checkout, by the way. Someone else's job. Anyway, not the point, off the topic. We are reliant on other people for a lot of stuff. You flip a switch in your house and electricity comes on. Yeah, you've paid the bill, but there's someone working at the electric company making that happen. If someone built your house. So, part of this I feel like is you need to let go of your pride a little bit. You need to let that go and ask people. If the people who are in your life care about you, they're going to step up. They're going to help you out. They're not going to make a production about it either, like rub your nose in, like, you asked me for help. You know, they're going to help you out. Also, ask the universe. I would also say, after you've kind of let go of that little pride thing, get really clear about what you want. I mean, really clear. Like, crystal clear. Okay? Be specific with the universe. And if you are still kind of worried about that, just say this or something better when you're asking. This or something better. You're not limiting yourself. Okay? And you're also kind of, leaving it to the universe. This or something better. Let go of your pride. Ask for help when you need it. And get real clear about what you're asking for help with. And our third card, which again, after springtime, letting go, planting new seeds, new beginnings, we're asking for what we want. Look, your wish is granted. It says what you've asked for is coming true. Okay? This kind of like, oh, the fairies have granted your wish. But no, things don't really happen that way, do they, folks? I do believe in miracles. I do believe in spontaneous healings. And sometimes the universe does step in. There is divine intervention. But most of the things that we get done in our lives, it's because we've worked for it. Right? Like, you've put in the work. You've done the heavy lifting, whether that's mental, emotional, or physical. And now it's time to reap the rewards. So, again, springtime. Ask the universe. Ask the folks in your life that care about you for what you need. And then things will work out. I really feel like this is what this is saying. Things will work out. Right? Also, also we need to be generally out in nature as much as we can. I think part of that may be some lingering cabin fever or some lingering, we need to be out in nature. I think the recommended, and when I say recommended, like doctor recommended, or people who do more research about this stuff than I do, is 2 hours a week in nature for no shorter an interval than 20 minutes. So out in nature 20 minutes at a time. Anytime we're working with kind of fairy air energy, you need to get out and get some air. You need to get out and be in nature. So, recap. Spring's coming. Get ready for spring. That's when it's all going to be happening. Get clear about what you want. And it's going to come to you. Alright, so I'm glad that we had a fairly straightforward reading from this deck. Again, I was sort of rolling the dice with it. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns about the reading, please post them below. Hope everyone has a great week, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.